Hello friends and followers, welcome back to Phoenix Studios. I'm Phoenix. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and do yourself a favor, hit that subscribe button, stay up to date on future upcoming projects, drawing tutorials, as well as prize giveaway announcements. So for today's video, I decided to do a tribute piece for Nipsey Hussle. For those of you who aren't aware, Nipsey Hussle was an icon in the hip-hop industry as well as a community activist, and his life tragically ended much too shortly. So today I decided to go ahead and do an abstract piece, and I started by manipulating some photographs that I had of him, putting different filters and effects on them until I created almost this mosaic pattern. And then I went ahead and transferred that sketch and design onto my canvas, and then I started to lay in some of the preliminary background colors. I wanted there to be a sky and a wall in the background, so I went with a very light blue, sky blue color and basically roughed in the sky colors. Then for the wall, I just went with a light gray, and I went ahead and placed all those values in for the wall. And the background, I really wanted Nipsey to be in the foreground of the picture, be the main focus of the painting, obviously. And so I just wanted the background to be different colors and blurred out shapes, basically. So now I begin to work on Nipsey himself. And for those of you who aren't aware, when you're doing a painting, especially a portrait, and you're placing in skin tones and different values and different hues on the subject, the more you're able to soften the transitions between the two values or the two hues or tones, whatever the case may be, the more you soften those transitions and blend them with the next value that you lay down, the more realistic your subject becomes. Now, on the flip side of that, the more bold those transitions and the less they're softened, the more abstract your composition becomes. So on this particular subject, I wanted to go very bold with those transitions, not really blend them at all. Like the background, I went ahead and I blended those transitions because I just wanted those to basically blur together. And for the viewer, you would be able to tell there was something in the background, but you wouldn't necessarily know what it is. So for Nipsey himself, I actually didn't want to blend or soften those transitions between the different values of brown whatsoever. So I just really left those bold, and that's how it creates this abstract appearance. Now for his hair on his head, his beard, I mixed up a burnt sienna with a cobalt blue. And then for the next values, I just used burnt sienna with lemon yellow in different varying amounts and added a little bit of white, titanium white, to continue to lighten those values of brown. And I believe I used 5 different values of brown for the skin tones themselves. And then I just worked those into different areas. So you'll begin to see how it has that effect. If I were to smooth these transitions, it would give it a much more realistic and realism effect. And by not smoothing out those transitions, you can begin to see how it creates this abstract effect here, which is what I was really going for on this piece. I thought it just made for a very interesting composition and a different appearance. And I just really liked the effect overall as I looked at the photo and the way it appeared on there. I really wanted to imitate that. So for the jersey and the t-shirt, I am going much more soft on the transitions. I'm blending it much differently because I wanted it to contrast with the type of appearance that I had done on the rest of the painting. So you have the two examples here. On this part, I am transitioning those different values and hues, blending them out, smoothing them out, as opposed to on the face, I did the total opposite. I did not soften or blend those transitions at all. And so for the different parts, I'm just using white here, and then I mixed up some titanium white with just a touch, just a drop of black paint in order to get some of the gray values for the shadows. And then using my original photograph for reference, I come in and I lay down those shadow areas with that gray that I had created using the black and the titanium white. On the jersey itself, I used the cobalt blue, and then I mixed up a lot of blue and a little bit of titanium white, and then I mixed up a little bit of blue and a lot of titanium white. And then I just transition those different values of blue wherever the highlights may be or the shadows. And I was pretty pleased with the effect and how everything turned out on this. So I hope everyone enjoyed the video. I appreciate everyone for tuning in, whether you're new or a subscriber. And we do have several upcoming great projects that I think you're going to be excited about. Hopefully you like them as much as you like this video. If you are a fan of Nipsey Hussle or you like the painting, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, hit that like button. As always, I want to thank everyone for tuning into the channel, and I look forward to our next session. Until then, it's your turn. Go create something.